AITA for being mean to my mom because she keeps bringing up my fertility. My 33F, mom, 59F, constantly brings up how she wants grandkids and keeps telling me I'll regret not having kids when I'm older, even though I have told her I decide to be child-free mainly for health reasons. For the background, I have decided to be child-free due to health reasons and partially due to the fact that I live in a very red state with no exceptions. I have previously been pregnant twice, both times I wanted that baby and both times the pregnancies went very wrong. The first time I was pregnant I developed sudden onset eclampsia, skipped preeclampsia entirely. For this, I had multiple seizures, had stopped breath and my heart stopped. Thankfully EMS was able to bring me back, and then after I had to go through an 18-hour labor where the baby did not survive. This pregnancy almost killed me. Needless to say, I was very traumatized and scared for my next pregnancy but still wanted to be a mom. After a few years, I accidentally got pregnant again last summer, and again I wanted this baby so bad. I had one happy and excited, and slightly nervous, week before I doubled over in pain, where it turned out I had an ectopic pregnancy and needed to have emergency surgery to remove a fallopian tube. Again, was very traumatizing and again could have died due to internal bleeding. I began therapy and decided that getting pregnant would be too traumatizing and I don't want to die trying to have a biological child. Also, to add with the current political environment of the state I live in, I am worried about not receiving the necessary medical care I may need if I were to have another pregnancy go wrong. I'm not interested in having a debate about RVW. I'm still possibly open to adoption, but that would be years down the road and it's not a priority right now. I had to go through the entire mourning process for this because I have always wanted to have a child, and sometimes it still makes me sad that I won't be having a child of my own. Now, every time I see my mom she brings up me having a kid, or getting pregnant and how she'd love it if I had another surprise baby. I keep telling her that it's not going to happen. At the beginning I was soft and gentle because I understand it's a sad thing for her to accept, but in the last few months, I've gotten more short and honestly mean about it. Telling her that I feel like all I am is an incubator to her, she doesn't seem to care about my health, all she cares about is getting her grandbaby. Even at one point telling her if I'd let her have full access to any possible child because of this. When I made this decision I told my mom, was really honest as to why and told her how sad I was to do it, but it was necessary to stay alive and healthy. Part of me hoped we could go through the grief process together, but no, she has refused to accept it. When I mention that I'm worried about not getting the proper health care I may need, she says it's not a big deal, just go to a different state if necessary. When I tell her that I don't want to die, she replies, well, your next pregnancy would be considered high risk so you'd see a specialist, as a couple examples, but these don't solve my legitimate worries. She even brings it up with people who are strangers to me and family that don't necessarily know about my last pregnancy. I am left sitting in the hot seat feeling like I have to defend my decision every month. The last time she brought it up was to my aunt and I again had to defend my decision and told her that I hate how she brings it up, but she sees no issue, saying it affects her too and she has a right to talk about it. I do think she has a right to talk about her feelings regarding not being a grandparent, but leave me out of it and don't do it in front of me. She tells me that I hurt her feelings from how I react and I'm not being very nice to her in how I talk to her about this topic. So, am I an a-hole for being mean to my mom for constantly bringing up my fertility?